Welcome to this video on transitioning from high-pressure recruiter logic to feminine creative flow after work. This is your guide to reclaiming your softness, creativity, and inner peace when the workday ends.
Who is this video for? It's for women in high-demand recruitment or talent acquisition who carry their work brain home, feel disconnected from their softer side, and crave more balance, beauty, and self-expression in their life. Let's explore the recruiter brain after a full day. It is often target-oriented, urgency-driven, and stuck in analytical mode. This requires constant people-pleasing, thinking in lists and logic, and results in suppressed emotions, leaving little space for rest or play. The cost of not switching off includes sleep disruption, emotional numbness, lost creativity, and identity erosion. Chronic cognitive overload has real consequences, suppressing emotional awareness and preventing your creative mind from flourishing. Feminine creative flow is not about being less professional or driven. It's about accessing a different mode of being that emphasizes flow over force, intuition over metrics, and expression over output. It values rest as productive and softness as a strength. The science behind this involves two brain modes. The Task Positive Network, or TPN, is active during focused, goal-directed work. The Default Mode Network, or DMN, is active during rest, reflection, and creativity. Switching from TPN to DMN allows for imagination, empathy, and emotional processing. Switching off is often harder for women in recruitment due to emotional labor overload, a double standard requiring both assertiveness and warmth, cortisol accumulation from high-pressure environments, and the, quote, always-on digital culture that erodes boundaries. You're still in recruiter mode. If you mentally replay work conversations, keep checking email, feel numb, talk about work constantly, get easily irritated, feel anxious, or are wired but unable to rest, recognizing these signs is the first step. The 20 to 30 minutes after work is your transition window. It includes ending work with a physical cue, 10 minutes of decompression without the phone, a body reset like stretching or changing clothes, and a short creative anchor. Physical decompression rituals intentionally release tension. Try walking without a podcast, the uniform change ritual, box breathing, face and neck massage, or using an aromatherapy anchor to signal safety to your body. Mental decompression practices help activate the DMN. Consider a brain dump journaling to externalize mental noise, doodle and draw for unstructured flow, or create a curated music transition playlist. Reading for pleasure, venting with a time limit, and a gratitude reframe can also help. Creative outlets that restore include painting or watercolors, botanical illustration, free writing, knitting or crochet, photography walks, slow cooking, floral arranging, and freeform dance. These activities activate your flow state and connect you back to yourself. Curating your evening environment sends intentional signals to your nervous system. Switch to warm, dim lighting. Create a dedicated evening playlist. Aim for a slightly cooler room temperature. Designate phone-free zones, and use soft blankets, candles, and familiar scents for a sensory sanctuary. Breaking the phone habit is a critical digital detox step. Set work hours windows on communication apps. Use screen time features to set limits. Try the physical barrier method. Replace the automatic scroll reflex with a physical item, and enforce no phones an hour before bed. Journaling is powerful for recruiters because it externalizes mental noise and reduces emotional stress. It strengthens your identity beyond your job and builds self-compassion. Use evening prompts like, "Who am I beyond my job title?" or "What is my body asking for right now?" Nourishing your body after a stressful day includes ritualizing herbal teas like ashwagandha, chamomile, or passion flower. Eat away from screens to activate your rest and digest mode. Check your hydration, as stress increases dehydration. And enjoy mindful pleasure foods like dark chocolate without guilt. Think of movement as medicine, not punishment. Choose low-intensity activities after high-stress days, such as gentle yoga or an evening walk. Medium intensity like bar or cycling is better for moderate stress. Avoid high-intensity exercises after extreme stress, as they can raise cortisol. Setting real work boundaries protects your capacity. Practice the hard stop by setting a non-negotiable end time. Avoid the one more thing trap. Use an email auto-reply after hours. Discuss out-of-hours messaging policies, and use the Sunday anxiety protocol to plan your week. Grant yourself self-permission to rest. Remember, you are more than your job title. Over-identifying with your professional role can lead to burnout. Embrace your identity as the creator, the friend/partner/daughter, the sensory being, the curious mind, and the dreamer. This sample routine starts with a hard stop at 5 p.m., followed by box breathing, an intentional change of clothes, a 10-minute walk, and herbal tea. Use a brain dump and engage in creative activity before dinner away from screens. Address common resistance thoughts with reframes. If you think, "I don't have time," reframe it as, "I have 15 minutes. That is enough to begin." If it feels indulgent, remember that rest and play are biological needs, not luxuries. The world of work can wait until tomorrow. Consider professional support if you experience persistent anxiety or low mood, an inability to sleep, a complete loss of interest in activities, feelings of cynicism or burnout, or recurring physical symptoms. Options include therapy, coaching, EAPs, or MBSR courses. Building a habit takes consistency. Week 1 focuses on the anchor, choosing one decompression act to practice daily. Week 2 is the expansion, adding a creative activity, short journaling, and communicating one boundary. Week 3 is the integration, linking all elements into a flowing routine and celebrating your shift. Use these affirmations during your wind down. I am more than my productivity. I am allowed to simply be. And my body knows how to rest. I trust its wisdom. Affirmations help embed these new beliefs into your nervous system. You deserve an evening that belongs entirely to you. The world of work will always demand more. It is your job to choose yourself every single evening.